Now, the question that naturally people are going to have is, well, New American Funding owns this new house. How am I protected that, they're going to, sell it to me or refi it into me? How do I know?
Yeah, we don't want the property. We're not in the business of accumulating property. The like I said, the two reasons why we came up with this property is because we saw VA buyers were not getting a fair handshake in financing.
Mm,
So we offer the cash so that we can finance the VA buyers. Then we saw all cash offers beating out our buyers who had a property to sell. I have a buyer who has a property to sell without NAF cash. I have a very difficult time getting that offer accepted. That buyer is put on the bottom of the seller's priority list. All the other buyers or an all cash investor is just beating my buyer who's qualified and just has a property to sell. Honestly, I don't know when that property is going to sell, so I kind of see it from the seller's perspective. But our end goal is to finance more buyers. That's our end goal. That's how we make our money.
okay.
That's what business we're in.
So how am I understand that's the goal, but how is the buyer protected to know that, hey, I sell my house, I am going to get this house. I'm living in
The,
it. It's under someone else. I'm not the
right.
actual owner yet. So is there
No,
some kind of documentation that's already prearranged purchase agreement or?
well, it is the purchase agreement. It's that
Okay.
second purchase. Once we take ownership of the property in the first 10 days, we buy the property all cash. We are the owner of that property. On that very day, we execute a second purchase contract that you purchase the property from us. Now, we don't know exactly how long that's going to take if you have a property to sell because you don't know and I don't know and your real estate agent doesn't know how long that property is going to sell. But there is a contract that says New American Funding promises to sell this property to Jane
Okay.
Smith, at $600,000. All of that is set in stone, and the only thing that would delay that is the sale of the property. If there is a property to sell, if there's not a property to sell, then we can close in like probably 2 weeks.
Okay. And you said this already, but the question people still have is, yeah, but it sounds too good to be true.
Right,
What's
right,
the, 1.6%. Okay, that's a little
yep,
bit extra, but
mm-hmm,
what's the
mm-hmm,
rate? What's the rate? That's the
yeah.
question.
Yeah. It's the competitive rate, and I believe me, like this is the most common question, not just with NAF Cash, but that realtors ask me, that my family members ask me, that my friends ask me, what are rates, what are rates, what are rates? And if you work at a competitive company, whatever you see online is going to be in the ballpark of what a competitive lender can offer. So if you check rates yourself on whatever some Yahoo article, that's the ballpark that we're going to offer
Okay.
because we don't if we offered substantially higher rates for the same product that Wells or Chase or ABC Mortgage was, we wouldn't be in business. So
I
our
see.
rates are competitive, and there is no add-on for this cash program except for the 1.6% fee and then the per diem that you have to pay while we're owning the property and you're, you know,
Okay.
going through selling your property. So so
Okay.
so that's
Okay. And the
that's the
per
only
diem,
fee.
it sounds like it's less than it would have cost to actually rent a property nowadays. But so you,
Yeah. I mean, we came up with this formula. Obviously, if you're buying a $300,000 property, it's less than $150 a month. If you're buying a $2 million property, it's more than $150 a month because we figured out this little chart of
$150
what
per
sales
day, per
per
day for
day.
the
I
month.
apologize.
Per-
I apologize. Per day. Yeah, per day. Because we
Okay.
figured out, okay, for property taxes and for utilities and for all these like miscellaneous fees that a homeowner, because we are the
Okay.
homeowner during that time that you're selling your property or you're getting the finance leg done, we're incurring those fees. What are the average total costs per day for a $300,000 transaction versus a 600,000 versus a 1.5 million? And so,
Okay.
as the sales price goes up, that 100 or $150 goes up by incrementally as well, which
Okay.
just tries to make it fair for everybody.
All right. Now that's helpful to know.